Hi Santosh, my topic is data sources in Power BI. I will give you a brief description about the data sources in Power BI. Power BI is an analytics tool that helps you visualize your data by creating sleek or customizable reports. It creates live dashboards that you can share it with anyone in your organization or website or SharePoint portal. Power BI can pull data from data sources on-premise or in the cloud. What is data source? Data source is any location that provides data relevant to your needs. As a business, your data source could be on-premise or off-site or in the cloud. Sometimes the data source is the creation point of the data. This could be an online source at which you digitalize or upload physical data. Example like photos, forms, videos, audios, or transfer purposes like that. So this is about data sources in Power BI. Different types of data sources in Power BI. In Power BI desktop, in home ribbon, if you see get data, click on that icon, go to more options. You see all files, database, Power Platform, Azure Online Services, others. These are all data types. These are different types of data sources in Power BI. Okay, I would like to show here. So I just open this get data and I'm doing here. So these are all data types and these are all data connectors. If you'll go file, you see all connectors, text, CSV, Excel workbook, folder, PDF. In the same way, database, SQL Server database, Oracle database, MySQL database, you see all database connector. If you go online services, you see SharePoint online list, Dynamic 365 online, Salesforce object. So on all online services connectors. If you go for other type, you see web, SharePoint list, Odata feed, Microsoft Exchange, RScript. You see so many connectors here. In this, I'm going to explain you few connectors now. First, let me explain you SharePoint. If you type SharePoint, you see SharePoint folder, SharePoint online list, SharePoint list. I'm going to explain you what is the difference between SharePoint folder, SharePoint online list, and SharePoint list. Let me open the SharePoint. This is a SharePoint front view. Your company might have license for a year. This is where you store all your folders and things in this SharePoint. Okay. So this is the front view. If you go to documents, you see all these folders. This is nothing but SharePoint folders. If you click on these folders, you see all Excel files. So SharePoint folder is nothing but is used to connect to the files stored in the SharePoint. That's it. Coming to SharePoint list. See, if you click on this new button, if you see here, all this Word document, Excel work, PowerPoint presentation, One Notebook, Excel survey, all these are called list. A SharePoint list connector is used to get data from SharePoint list. The list is a collection of data. This is collection of data. So the difference between SharePoint list and SharePoint folder are used for different usage. Like a SharePoint list connector is used to get data from SharePoint list, where the list is is a collection of data that you can share with team members. So this is called data set actually, where SharePoint folder is used to connect to the file stored in the SharePoint. So that we have seen here. Okay, if you go to documents here, see all SharePoint folders. In this, we are seeing Excel files where we connect. Okay, so this is about SharePoint folder and SharePoint list. Example, like if I want to import an Excel file. So I'm going to show you practically about the SharePoint folder now. I'm going to connect to Power BI desktop. So SharePoint folder. Before going to Power BI desktop, let me, okay. So select the SharePoint folder and click connect. So it's asking us URL, site URL. If you in circle button, if you put your browse, this one, enter the root URL for the SharePoint site, not including subfolders. It's asking for URL for the SharePoint site. Okay. So we need, this is the SharePoint and this is the URL. So I'm connecting to SharePoint folder. Okay. Okay, I'll explain you when I'm according to connector, what is anonymous, what is Windows and Microsoft account. Now we are connecting to Microsoft account, so we'll select for Microsoft account. Okay, it's saying you aren't signed in. So whenever connecting to any type of data source for the first time, it will ask for authentication. Okay, so we have to give the authentication, the Microsoft account. So we need to sign in for that. So student at R4K5, this is my user and password is and sign in. Now it's saying you are currently signed in. So we are done with the signing part. We have given our authentication. Now we can say connect. See, we connected to SharePoint folder. All the binary files, Excel, demo, diving, post data. If you go to SharePoint, see, post data, dimension, budget data, Excel, all this. See budget data. So we see all data here, SharePoint folder. Okay. Now you might be wondering why combine, load, transform data and cancel. What we have to do? We can click on load. If you know that data is clear, then directly you can click load so that no issue. But you need to edit on anything. If you need to edit the data, then better to go for transform data. Click transform data, then a new window will open with Power Query editor. See here, Excel demo and all, these are all binary files. Okay. If you click on any data, okay, we go first post data, click, see, It's imported. See, we see here 4 sheets, 4 tables. Okay, there is, see, if you open the table, I would like to open the table first. See, you see the table here. Okay, let me go back and I want to show you one difference between the sheet and the table. Okay, why? Because always you prefer for table, don't go for sheet. Okay, nothing much, the only thing, one extra step you'll have. Okay, I just select the, see here, the columns names, the headers are sitting into the rows. We need to do this extra step for this sheet. If we select directly to the table, the product ID and product name, see, if you select the table, see, they are in headers. These we need to promote if you select in the sheet. So that is the difference between table and sheet. Okay, so just I would like to show you, open the sheet and click on this. Select and promote headers. Okay. Click, click and okay. See, we did first row as headers. Okay, so that is the difference between table and sheet when we are selecting the data. Okay, and we are inputted the data from SharePoint folder. So this is the way we connect to the SharePoint folder. In the same way, we'll connect to SharePoint list. Okay, let me close this. Okay. Now, in Power BI desktop, go to Get Data, click on More option. You'll get a Get Data dialog box. There you just directly write the SharePoint. Okay, I have shown you SharePoint folder. Now we'll go to SharePoint list. I didn't explain you SharePoint online list. The difference between SharePoint list and online list is that the online list connector can only be used to connect to SharePoint online, but SharePoint list can be used in both SharePoint online and on-premise SharePoint. So there is not much difference. The only thing, SharePoint online list can be connected to only online, where SharePoint list can be on-premise or online also. So that's the thing, that's it. So I would like to show you the SharePoint online list. Now connect. So SharePoint online list, you see 2.0 and 1.0. Okay, so 2.0 is a new version and the 1.0 is, I think it's old version. So it's asking for a site URL. Just now we used for SharePoint folder, the same thing we are going to use here. Okay, so here in site contents, okay, we see the type is list. Here we have to open the sales list. Okay, here we see it looks like table, rows and columns, but it's not exact table, but it looks like a table, kind of live data. Okay, these lists we are going to connect to SharePoint online list. We are going to connect to Power BI now. Okay, So it will open a new window with Navigator, and you will get here all the not only the SharePoint data, but system data also. You'll get it here. That's why you see so many things over here. Okay. So if we know which table we need to select, so directly we'll go to that table and we say sales list. If not, we need to search and recognize which table is ours and all. Okay, when you click the sales table, sales list, actually we can see our sales list table preview here. But I don't know, due to the data in the preview has been truncated due to size limit. So we'll transform data and we'll see the sales list data. Okay, transform data. Okay, content field. We have to look what we want in sales list. Okay, what we have in sales list is order date, ship date, customer name, channel, title. We have to look for that. We don't want this is all unwanted data. So to look which fields we want. Okay, so according to that we need to edit here. So we see here it's date and time. So so there are so many unwanted data. So we need to clean this data actually. Okay. So we see here, I think it's a created date, maybe order and shipping. Here is a sales order. You see, sales order and the order date and ship and customer name. Order name and see, here is our data, sales data. Okay. So according to our requirement, we have to clean this data and then we have to do the remaining part. Like we have to do in the modeling. First, we need to give the relationship to the tables. Then we have to go to for BI desktop for report visualization and all those things. Okay. So this is the way of connecting to SharePoint, SharePoint online list. So this is about SharePoint. So as I said, there are many connectors. In that few connectors I'm going to share with you. That is SharePoint. I have told you just now, SharePoint folder, SharePoint online list, and SharePoint list. Okay. Now CSV file and text file, Excel. I'm going to show you the show about these connectors. Okay. CSV file. Connect to CSV file. Okay. So my CSV file is in desktop in Excel files. See, I'm connecting to this. This is in my local machine. It's nothing but CSV is a plain text format with series of values separated by comma, whereas Excel is a binary files that holds information about all the worksheets in a workbook. The main difference is that where in CSV file, we can't perform operations, but in Excel file, we can perform operations on the data. That's it. So select this and say open. See, this is what I have the data. Okay. Then say transform data. That's it. It's very easy to connect your data through local machine. That's it into Power BI. So this is about CSV files. Okay. Now we are going to connect to Excel files. Okay, just again Power BI desktop in home ribbon, just go to get data. Directly you see so many connectors, but go to more options. Okay, select Excel and say connect. Okay, there is a on desktop, there is a sample Excel file. I would like to connect that. Open. So this is only one sheet. Okay, select that and say transform data. See, here we see the preview of this sheet. Okay, then say transform data. See, here the column names are like column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Here we need to do an extra step. Okay, so this is the connecting to Excel sheet. Okay, now we'll go to Imdb connector. Imdb connector. Imdb is nothing but it's an internet movie database. It is an online database of information related to films, televisions, or home videos or something. Basically, it is a website that provides information about films, televisions, etc. So I'm going to show you with the example IMDb. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I'm taking example of Utsav fashion. This is a website. Okay. I would like to connect this Power BI. Okay. So we'll go to Power BI, same home ribbon and get data and click more option. Okay. And select the connector web. See, web. Okay, you can either type it in dialog box, otherwise if you select other option you'll get a web also, and select that web and say connect. It is asking URL for us. Okay, so copy the URL. URL is nothing but till here it's a URL, and these are the subfolders which we click to the SARI option or other things. Okay, and click OK once you have given the URL. That's a basic. So now I told you, as when I'm connecting to connectors, I'll explain you. Here, now, do we need to choose the organization account or web API, Windows? You might be getting what all are these. So anonymous, we'll go for anonymous because website is nothing but it's open to everyone. It's a public. That's why we choose for anonymous. Okay. Coming to Windows. Windows is nothing but it is used when in a company, the administrator setting up like some standard authentications for all your all logins into one your laptop, in one laptop, like your laptop actually. Like Windows laptop are synchronizes between all logins. For simply, if you will say Windows is nothing. It's setting up into a standard authentications. That's it. They give you all connections into one laptop. That's it. That is about the Windows. Okay. Say use my current credentials. Like, and basic is basic username and password, basic authentications. Coming to web API. Web API is nothing but it's a key share secured persons to give key to whom only very secure people they'll share this key, so they have their this authentication. And organization, as just now we connected to SharePoint, so that's what is the organization account. Okay, where we need to sign in. Okay, so these are all about the connecting. Okay, now we go for anonymous. It's a website. So click on connect. Say navigator. Now we see all the data coming from that website. I think it's taking time. See table 1, table 2, they are created 3 tables and some HTML code or display. So we see this, why load and transform data? Okay, I need to select the table. I'm selecting table 1 and click on transform data. Always we need to click the transform data because we need to edit the data. We don't know how the data is. What according to requirement we need to edit. So that's the reason we go for transform data. See, here we got all wedding wear, embroidered sarees, cotton sarees, but here the data is not cleaned. See, they just have written column 1, column 2, column 3. We need to change these column names. Like double click on this and just you can change the names of the styles or some thing like that. We need to change all these column names and according to that and the null values. So this is all part cleaning part. Okay, so just now what is our job is like we're connecting to the website. That's it. We are connecting to the website to get the data source. That's it. So this is about Imdb. I mean like a website, a web-based one. Okay, so SharePoint and Excel, CSV and Imdb we are done. Now we'll go for Odata feed. Odata feed is also a connector. Odata protocol is an application level protocol for interacting with data via RESTful interfaces. Actually, it supports the description of data models, editing query of data according to those models. Okay. To say in general, Odata provides the following benefits. It lets developers interact with the data by using web services. It provides simple and uniform way to share data in a discoverable manner, like it enables broad integration across products. Okay, just like it open data protocol, it's like for operation for creating and consuming data APIs like application programming interface. That's the simple way of open data protocol. Okay, it's a standard protocol. Okay, so we'll connect to the open data protocol. Same way we have to go to get data and more. So Odata feed. Okay, select that Odata feed and go for connect. It is asking for URL. Okay, go for here and here I'll show you example Odata feed with Northwind data. If you search for Northwind database, so Northwind Odata. See, this is a Northwind Odata feed where this has written in the script form, some XML language or something like, see, customer, employees, order details, orders, and all those things. Here we need to copy this link URL and paste it here, Control V, and say OK. This is also it's an open public. So we just go for anonymous and say connect. Oh, okay. Sorry. I did a mistake here. Go to get data. And we have to select Odata feed. Okay. And then paste the link and say okay. Okay. Might be I did something wrong. Okay, I think we have to copy this link. Control C. Data, Odata feed. Okay. Now we are getting the data from that. Not example. So here we see we can select alphabet list of products, categories, category sales of 1997. Select this. We can see preview of this category name and the sales. Okay, transform data. See, we got beverages and sales categories. So this is the other way of connecting to Odata feed. Okay, same way we have so many connectors. In that we have I have shown you a few connectors like SharePoint, CSV, Excel, and Imdb, Odata feed, and you have OneDrive also. Okay, I just open and show you OneDrive. Here, if you go to Cloud OneDrive, open folder, see. You see sports data. Okay, so this is what okay, it will go that we have to open that. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm done, Santosh.